let's pour the foundation. You know, one of the things that I tell anyone that is building a house, don't panic when you see the foundation, because it always looks smaller than the house is going to be. And if that's the case, this really is a big house, because that foundation does not look small, does it?
No, it does not.
But it came together absolutely gorgeous. But I also noticed that you left gaps in some of the footings, and that wasn't an accident. You did that on purpose.
But if you think about drains and water lines and stuff that's below the floor, and I always leave spots open for drain lines from bathrooms and upstairs plumbing to go through the footing, so they don't have to dig under. Because if you dig under a footing, then everything has to go that much farther down the ground. Keep everything at a plane so it's got pitch on it, and it's going to get out of the house. And if you leave that void in the footing, it can be right below the concrete floor.
Now, I know another thing that you did for this property is we did the waterproofing, which is required, the insulation of the foundation, but you did something different. You actually drain tiled the inside and the outside, and that's not always done.
No, you're right, it's not always done. In clay, the big thing you want to do is make sure you don't have any hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic pressure is water pressure either coming up from the soil below or pushing in on the walls. So if we're going to get water migration, it's going to go right next to the house and down. So if it gets down to the drain tile on the outside of the house, it can go in through the footing and ties into the drain tile on the inside of the house. And then that goes up to the sump basket, over to the sump basket, and then we pump that up and out away from the house. So extra caution. It's like a double Band-Aid on an owie.
Double Band-Aid on an owie, right? So as everything got done here with the dirt getting moved, the backyard, it all graded out, absolutely beautiful. The slope is gentle. You've got that huge spot that you were talking about where it's going to be flat and plenty of usable space. The front of the house is nice and flat. There's no steep incline at all for the driveway. But I noticed you left something where it kind of drops off and it looks like you forgot about it. But that was actually very intentional, wasn't it?
A mound system is nothing more than a man-made filter, and it sticks above the ground. Well, the way that this was all contoured into the land, we had an area where the septic system was going to go, and that's basically even with the basement floor. So the height of the driveway now, I'm going to contour it, so you probably won't even be able to tell there's a septic system or a mound system there. The grade will go right over it and then slope on the downside, just like what you see now. So there's not going to be some big camelback sitting out in the middle of the yard that you can tell a septic system is there. So it's going to be beautiful when it's done.
And once again, you were really thinking about how you wanted this to look and taking advantage of the natural, layout of the lot.
I always tell everybody I build this as though I'm building my own house. How would I want to do it for me?
So another thing I noticed as I was getting here today, a lot of that dirt is gone. That huge pile that we were talking about, a lot of it went into the backfill, like you were saying, the grading of the driveway, the grading of the backyard. But you had another plan to get rid of that dirt. Instead of just carting it away, you came up with another use because of the lot.
I called the city to see, because this is a 6-acre site. And if it was, once again, if it was mine, I might want to do a pole building or an accessory building or something up front. So what it is, I asked them, can I stack the dirt or pile the dirt up in the front part of the lot that's a big wide open area? And they said, yeah. So we started stacking the dirt over there and piling it up. So I'm bringing it up 3-4 feet over there. That way I'm not paying all kinds of money to get it off site. And if I need more fill, I can just go to that site and grab it.
And now if somebody wants to build that outbuilding or wants to do that accessory,
it's a perfect setup.
That's awesome.
Hey, thanks for checking out this video. We have so much more we're excited to share with you about building this gorgeous new house. Have a great day.